The wrong pope problem. Pick a side, lose your head. 1378 CE, 1417 CE. The worst IAMs in history to be a Christian. The great heathen army marches into Northumbria, capturing York and turning it into a charred graveyard. Thousands of Saxons die in street battles. Others starve behind ruined walls. Smoke so thick it blotted out the sky. For you, daily life now means stepping over corpses to fetch water, hoping raiders don't decide your skull looks better split. The bread you manage to find tastes like soot, because it is soot. York went from bustling city to Viking real estate overnight. Consequence, the Vikings carved out the Danelaw across England. Kicker, urban renewal, Scandinavian edition. In the late 14th century, the unity of Western Christianity shattered in a storm of confusion, rivalry, and intrigue. The Western Schism wasn't just a dispute about doctrine. It was a crisis that shook the foundations of medieval society. For nearly 4 decades, Christendom was torn between competing popes, each claiming to be the true successor of St. Peter. The division began in 1378 when the papal court, long resident in Avignon, France, was moved back to Rome. But the return was anything but peaceful. Factions of cardinals elected competing pontiffs, one in Rome, the other in Avignon. Later, a third claimant emerged from Pisa, plunging the church into even deeper chaos. For kings and princes, the schism was an opportunity and a risk. Aligning with a particular pope meant access to church resources and legitimacy, but also opened the door to excommunication and conflict if the tides turned. The faithful, meanwhile, were caught in the crossfire, unsure whose sacraments were valid, whose decrees to trust, and which path led to salvation. Monasteries, towns, and even families could be split by papal allegiance. Loyalty had never been so fraught. The schism revealed how politics and faith were inseparable in medieval Europe. Popes and anti-popes excommunicated each other, issued rival decrees, and solicited support from secular rulers. The spectacle of rival papacies eroded the Church's moral authority. By the time the Council of Constance finally restored unity in 1417, the damage was profound. The people had seen the papacy laid bare, not as a divine monolith, but as an institution vulnerable to human ambition and worldly intrigue. The Western Schism left an indelible mark, sowing seeds of doubt and reform that would echo through the centuries to come.